Good afternoon, students. So in the previous class we learned the topic statements of second law of thermodynamics. Statements of second law of thermodynamics. There, what are the statements we learned? Three statements we learned: Kelvin-Planck statement, entropy statement, and Clausius statement. Now listen. Now we can see the next topic: standard entropy change. So here your next topic, standard entropy change. Listen, it is possible to calculate. So it is possible to calculate absolute entropy. So we can calculate the absolute entropy of a substance at any temperature above 0 Kelvin. We can calculate the entropy of a substance temperature above 0 Kelvin. So we can calculate the entropy of a substance at temperature above 0 Kelvin. So from this we can tell the definition: standard entropy change. Standard entropy change is defined as absolute entropy of a substance. Absolute entropy of a substance at temperature, constant temperature, at temperature 298 Kelvin. At temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure. Temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure means we are telling that is standard entropy. So listen, what is meant by standard entropy? Standard entropy is defined as standard entropy symbol we are telling S naught. S is entropy. Standard entropy means S naught. So standard entropy S naught is defined as absolute entropy of a substance. Absolute entropy of a substance at temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure is called standard entropy. Standard entropy symbol we are telling S naught. Understand? So what is meant by standard entropy? Standard entropy is defined as absolute entropy of a substance at temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure means we are telling that is standard entropy. Understand? Now listen, from this we can write the standard entropy change. Standard entropy change. According to Nernst, the scientist Nernst he is telling, the absolute entropy of element is 0. The absolute entropy of the element, the particular element absolute entropy value 0. The absolute entropy of element is 0 at 0 Kelvin. The temperature 0 Kelvin means the entropy of the particular element is 0. The scientist Nernst he said, according to Nernst we are telling the absolute entropy of element is 0. The absolute entropy of element is 0. So standard entrophies of substance. This is entropy. So standard entropy of substance positive value. So we are telling standard entropy value. Standard entropy of all elements will get positive values. Understand? So listen. We learned the definition standard entropy. What is meant by standard entropy? Standard entropy is defined as absolute entropy of a substance at temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure is called standard entropy. And this entropy of symbol we are telling S naught. The scientist Nernst he said entropy of all element is 0. Entropy of all element is 0. So standard entropy of all element value you will get positive. That value will get positive. Understand? So from this we can write the standard entropy change formula. Standard entropy change delta S naught is equal to summation of entropy change of product minus summation of entropy, standard entropy of reactants. So tell the formula: standard entropy change, summation of standard entropy of product minus summation of standard entropy of reactants. Understand? So this one only we are telling standard entropy change. So what are the points we learned? Tell the definition. Standard entropy is defined as absolute entropy of a substance at temperature 298 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure. According to Nernst, we are telling absolute entropy of all elements 0. Then standard entropy of the substances are positive values. From this we are telling standard entropy change. Standard entropy change delta S naught is equal to summation of S naught of product minus summation of S naught of reactants. Understand this? Okay, listen. Now the second topic. Standard entropy of formation. Standard entropy of formation. What is meant by standard entropy of formation? Standard entropy of formation is defined as entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound. Entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound formed from its elements. Entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound formed from the elements under standard conditions. Under standard conditions. Standard conditions means temperature and pressure is standard values. So listen. Standard entropy of formation is defined as entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound formed from its elements. So we are telling this one takes place under standard conditions. So can you tell the definition? Standard entropy of formation is defined as entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound formed from its elements under standard conditions. Under standard conditions. Understand? We can tell the symbol. Standard entropy of formation symbol is delta S naught F. Standard entropy of formation symbol delta S naught F. Understand? Okay, so two terms we learned. One is standard entropy change and another one is standard entropy of formation. Standard entropy of change we learned entropy of particular substance at temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure is called standard entropy change. Standard entropy of formation means entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound formed from its elements under standard conditions. Understand this two topic? Any doubt? Okay, listen. Now the next topic. Entropy change accompanying change of phase. Entropy change accompanying change of phases. So listen. When there is a change of state from solid to liquid. Change of phase means you know that is when there is the state changes from solid to liquid, then liquid to vapor. Liquid to vapor. So change of states from solid to liquid, liquid to vapor. So when there is a changes of state from solid to liquid, liquid to vapor, there is a change in entropy. There is a change in entropy. This entropy, change in entropy takes place at constant temperature. Change in entropy takes place at constant temperature reversibly. That process is reversible process. That process is reversible process. So from this we can tell the formula entropy change. Delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T. Delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T, or we can tell the formula delta H reversible divided by T. This is entropy change formula. Entropy change delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T or delta H reversible divided by T. Understand? So listen, your topic is entropy change accompanying change of phase. Change of phase means solid to liquid, liquid to vapor. Solid to liquid, liquid to vapor. So here we can learn three topics, three basic topics. One is entropy of fusion. Entropy of fusion. Entropy of fusion. When 1 mole of solid, you take 1 mole of solid. 1 mole of solid melts. If you are heating, this particle completely melted. When 1 mole of solid melts at its melting point, that only we are telling entropy of fusion. Entropy of fusion means 1 mole of solid melts at its melting point. When 1 mole of solid melts at its melting point means that only we are telling entropy of fusion. So here we can write the formula. Already delta S formula you know. Tell the formula. Delta S is equal to Q reversible divided by T. Here entropy of fusion formula I can write. Delta S fusion is equal to Q fusion divided by T. Or one more formula we learn. Delta H fusion divided by T. Delta H fusion divided by T. Understand? So this is the first topic. Entropy of fusion. Entropy of fusion. Entropy of fusion means when 1 mole of solid melts at its melting point. And we can learn the formula. Delta S fusion is equal to Q fusion divided by T, or we can tell one more formula, delta H fusion divided by T. Understand? Okay, listen. Now the next topic, entropy of vaporization. Entropy of vaporization. Entropy of vaporization means when 1 mole of liquid, boil at its boiling point. When 1 mole of liquid boiled at its boiling point means that only we are telling entropy of vaporization. So entropy of vaporization means when 1 mole of liquid boiled at its boiling point. We can tell the formula delta S vaporization, that you can write boiling or vaporization symbol V you can write. Delta S vaporization is equal to delta H vaporization divided by temperature, that is we are telling boiling point. Delta S vaporization is equal to delta H vaporization divided by TB. Understand? So this is the second topic, entropy of vaporization. So tell the definition, entropy of vaporization. Entropy of vaporization is defined as when 1 mole of liquid boiled at its boiling point. When 1 mole of liquid boiled at its boiling point. Formula delta S V is equal to delta H V divided by TB. Understand? Now the next topic, one more basic topic, entropy of transition. Another topic, entropy of transition. Entropy of transition means when 1 mole of solid changes reversibly. When 1 mole of solid changes reversibly from one allotropic form to another. So entropy of transition means we are telling when 1 mole of solid changes reversibly from one allotropic form to another. When 1 mole of solid changes reversibly from one allotropic form to another allotropic form, only we are telling entropy of transition. Understand? So we can tell the formula delta S T is equal to delta H T divided by T. So we can tell the formula entropy of transition delta S T is equal to delta H T divided by T. Understand? So entropy change accompanying change of phase means there are three topics we learn. First we learn entropy of fusion. entropy of fusion. Then second topic, entropy of vaporization. Third topic, entropy of transition. Entropy of fusion we learned. Tell the formula entropy of fusion. Delta S F is equal to delta H F divided by T F. That is entropy of fusion. Then same way, entropy of vaporization means delta SV is equal to delta HV divided by TB. Entropy of transition, delta ST is equal to delta HT divided by TT. Understand? So this one only we are telling entropy change accompanying change of phase. Understand? Okay, listen. Now take page number 212. Page number 212, mark the question, standard entropy change. If your question, write a note on standard entropy change means note the topic from this. It is possible to calculate the actual entropy of a substance at any temperature above 0 Kelvin. The absolute entropy of a substance at 298 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure is called standard entropy S0. Till that you just a note. The next also I can write, next points also I can write. The third law of thermodynamics states, according to Nernst, the absolute entropy of element is 0 only at 0 Kelvin in a perfect crystal, and standard entrophies of all substances at any temperature above 0 Kelvin, that value is positive values. And from this we can write the formula. Delta S0 R is equal to summation of S0 products minus summation of S0 reactants. Till this you just a note. If your question standard entropy change means from this to, it is possible to calculate from this to right side till this formula. Understand? The next question, standard entropy of formation. Standard entropy of formation, this one also like 2 mark, try to learn that. Standard entropy of formation is defined as entropy of formation of 1 mole of compound from the elements under standard conditions. And symbol we are telling delta S0 F till this. Understand? Then page number 213, page number 213, page number 213. Entropy change accompanying change of phase. Page number 212 last. Entropy change accompanying change of phase. Entropy change accompanying change of phase means there are totally 3 phases are there. Entropy of page number 213. Entropy of fusion, entropy of vaporization, entropy of transition. The 3 topics. First, entropy of fusion. Note the topic fully. When heat absorbed, when 1 mole of solid melts at its melting point reversibly. This one we are telling molar heat of fusion. Entropy, that formula we are writing, that is delta S reversible is equal to dq reversible divided by T. From this fusion is equal to delta H fusion divided by Tf. Here this is molar heat of fusion and Tf is melting point. Understand? Same way entropy of vaporization. Entropy of vaporization, when heat absorbed, 1 mole of liquid boiled at its boiling point. Then formula and explanation. Then entropy of transition, when 1 mole of solid changes reversibly from one allotropic form to another. Then formula delta S T is equal to delta H T divided by Tt, and write the explanation till this. Suppose entropy change accompanying change of phase means, just a note, these are these three terms. Entropy of fusion, then entropy of vaporization, entropy of transition. Till this Tt is the transition temperature. Understand? Suppose if your question entropy change accompanying change of phase means page number 213, from this to entropy of fusion, from this to till right side, Tt is the transition temperature. Understand? Okay, listen. Now the next topic, gives free energy. The next topic, gives free energy. Now listen, here first some basic topics only they given. One of the important applications of second law of thermodynamics. The important applications of Second law of thermodynamics is we can predict the second law of thermodynamics is used to predict the spontaneity of a reaction. Spontaneity of a reaction. So one of the important applications of second law is used to predict the spontaneity of a reaction. What is meant by spontaneity? What is meant by spontaneous? Spontaneous means we are telling the reaction takes place under given conditions. The reaction takes place under given conditions without any external force. Without any external force. So spontaneous means we are telling the reaction takes place under given conditions without any external force, means that we are telling spontaneous reaction. Otherwise we are telling that is non-spontaneous. So listen, one of the important applications of second law of thermodynamics is to predict the spontaneity of a reaction. To predict the spontaneity of a reaction. So what is meant by spontaneous? Spontaneous means the reaction takes place under given conditions. The reaction takes place under given conditions without any external force. The reaction takes place under given conditions without any external force is called spontaneous. Otherwise we are telling that is non-spontaneous. Otherwise we are telling that is non-spontaneous. Understand? Understand? Now listen. In our day-to-day life, we observe many spontaneous physical and chemical processes. In our day-to-day life, we observe many spontaneous processes, many spontaneous physical and chemical processes. What are the process means? For example, on simple example, waterfall, you know. A waterfall runs downhill. A waterfall runs downhill. This one never flowed uphill. So listen, you know the waterfall runs downhill. This one never uphill. So we are telling that is spontaneous reaction. Waterfall runs downhill only, but it never uphill. So that is one of the simple examples, spontaneous. Then second example, on simple example, you take a cup of coffee. You take a cup of coffee. There add some sugar. Add some sugar. Add some sugar and dissolve it. If you are dissolving, you will get clear solution, isn't it? After some time, whether you can extract, whether you can separate this sugar, no. So that one we are telling spontaneous. So listen, a lump of sugar dissolves in a cup of coffee. A lump of sugar dissolves in a cup of coffee, but it never reappears. It never reappears in its original form. But we cannot separate this sugar. We cannot separate this sugar, but it cannot reappear. But never reappear in its original form. So we are telling that is spontaneous. So two examples we learn. First example, waterfall, you know that one runs downhill only. Then second example, sugar plus coffee. From this, after dissolving, we cannot separate sugar. Understand? Understand? Then third example, heat flows from hotter object to colder object. Heat flows from hotter object to colder object. You can transfer heat from hot subject to hot substance to cold substance, but we cannot transfer heat from cold body to cold object to hot object. We can transfer heat from hot to cold, but we cannot transfer heat from cold to hot. Understand? Understand? That is the third example. So three examples we learned. Can I tell the first example? Waterfall runs downhill but never uphill. Then second example, a cup of coffee. Sugar dissolves in a cup of coffee. From this, It never disappears, but never reappears sugar in its original form. Then third example, we can transfer heat from hotter object to colder object. We cannot transfer heat from colder object to hotter object. Understand? Understand this? See, here we learn some examples, isn't it? Waterfall runs downhill. Then from the coffee we cannot separate sugar. Then one more example, hotter to colder, but colder to hot is not possible, we learned. This reaction takes place in one direction. This reaction takes place in one direction, but it does not take place in opposite direction. This examples and all, in this examples, the reaction does not take place in opposite direction. And same way we can tell some more example. Large number of exothermic reactions also we are telling spontaneous. Some exothermic reactions are spontaneous. What are the reactions means? We can learn one simple example, combustion of methane. One simple example, combustion of methane. Combustion of methane. Methane formula you know. Can you tell the formula methane? Methane formula CH4. Combustion means burning with the oxygen. Burns with the oxygen. So methane burns with the oxygen. Methane molecule burns with the oxygen. To form, you know, you will get the product carbon dioxide. First you will get the product carbon dioxide and one more product H2O. Combustion of methane. So methane molecule, combustion means burning. Methane molecule burns with the oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water. In this example, you can write the delta H value also. Delta H naught value minus 890.4 kilojoule per mole. Minus 890.4 kilojoule per mole. Understand? This is an example of exothermic reaction. We can tell this reactions are spontaneous. And one more example, acid-base neutralization reaction. Acid-base neutralization reaction. So acid and base. We can tell the example, hydrochloric acid. From that we taken H plus, and from sodium hydroxide we taken OH minus. H plus and OH minus to form, you will get the product H2O. Hydrogen ion and OH minus to form H2O. Here delta H naught value you know, minus 57.32 kilojoule per mole. Understand? We are telling some exothermic reactions are spontaneous. Some exothermic reactions are spontaneous. Understand? Same way, some endothermic reactions also spontaneous. Endothermic reactions also we are telling spontaneous. One simple example, you take the example ammonium nitrate. You take the example ammonium nitrate. This ammonium nitrate dissolves in water. This ammonium nitrate dissolves in water and you will get the product. You can separate the ions. If you mix this with the water, you will get the product NH4 plus and NO3 minus. NH4 plus and NO3 minus. In this reaction, your delta H naught value 25 kilojoule per mole. 25 kilojoule per mole. This is endothermic reaction. This reaction is also we are telling spontaneous. See, first we learned some physical examples. And chemical examples, two examples we learned, exothermic and endothermic. Exothermic, two examples, combustion of methane and acid-base neutralization. Same way endothermic, only one example we learned. Ammonium nitrate dissolves in water. Ammonium nitrate dissolves in water. Understand? Okay, see now take page number 213. Gibbs free energy. Just read these topics. One of the important applications of second law of thermodynamics to predict the spontaneity of a reaction spontaneity of a reaction under specific conditions. And spontaneous definition they given. Spontaneous reaction means a reaction that occurs under the given set of conditions without any external driving force is called spontaneous reaction. And otherwise we are telling that is non-spontaneous. Then in our day-to-day life we observe many physical and chemical examples. Some physical examples they given. Totally 4 physical examples they given. See the first example. A waterfall runs downhill but never uphill spontaneously. Then a lump of sugar dissolves spontaneously in a cup of coffee but never reappears in its original form spontaneously. Then third example. Heat flows from hotter object to colder one but never flows from colder to hotter one. Then one more example. Not till this example. The expansion of gas into an evacuated bulb is a spontaneous process. The expansion of gas into an evacuated bulb is a spontaneous process. So these 4 examples are physical spontaneous process. Then same way some more chemical examples they given. That just read this is also important. This example show that the process that occurs spontaneously in one direction, it cannot take place in opposite direction spontaneously. Similarly, this one chemical example. A large number of exothermic reactions are spontaneous. First example, methane burns with oxygen. Second example, acid-base neutralization. Third example, endothermic reaction we are telling. Ammonium nitrate dissolves in water. So till this chemical examples. So this 4 examples, physical spontaneous example. This examples, chemical examples. Understand? Okay, listen, we can see one more topic. Characteristics of Gibbs free energy. Characteristics of Gibbs free energy. This is one of the important 5-mark question. What are the characteristics means? First point, listen. Gibbs free energy G is defined as. Gibbs free energy G is defined as H minus Ts. Gibbs free energy G is defined as H minus Ts. Here G you know Gibbs free energy, H enthalpy, T temperature and S entropy. Then second point, listen. Gibbs free energy is an extensive property. This is not an intensive property. Gibbs free energy is an extensive property. Already extensive and intensive property definition we learned. Gibbs free energy is an extensive property and this is a Gibbs free energy is a single valued state function. Gibbs free energy is a single valued state function. So tell the first point. Gibbs free energy G is defined as H minus Ts. Then second point, Gibbs free energy G is an extensive property and single valued state function. Understand? Now listen. Third point, you consider a state system of state changes from initial to final. Initial to final. So G we are telling G2 to G1, H, H2 to H1, S, S2 to S1. So we can write the formula G2 minus G1. G2 minus G1 is equal to H we can write H2 minus H1 minus temperature constant in the S2 minus S1. Understand? We know this terms. Final minus NCL means that is change in free energy. Then this is change in enthalpy minus T into this is change in entropy. Understand? This is the third point. Then fourth point, listen. Fourth point. You know the entropy of total value. Delta S total is equal to delta S system plus delta S surroundings. Delta S total is equal to delta S system plus delta S surroundings. And here you know this delta S of total or universe value 0. For a reversible process, you know this value is 0. So delta S total value 0 means you can write the formula delta S system plus delta S surroundings equal to 0. Delta S system plus delta S surroundings equal to 0. Here you can substitute the values. See, delta S system value you can substitute. Sorry, first from this you can write. Take the surrounding right side. So you can write delta S system is equal to minus delta S surroundings. Delta S system is equal to minus delta S surroundings. So here you can substitute the value. Delta S surrounding minus delta S surrounding means delta S system. So substitute this value. So you can write delta S system. Delta S surrounding means take this minus left side. So minus delta S system is equal to 0. Here you can, this value is 0, but we can apply this value. Delta S system means delta S system means you can substitute the formula delta height system divided by T. Delta height system divided by T minus delta S system is equal to 0. Delta height system divided by T minus delta S system is equal to 0. Understand? Okay, now listen. Take this T this side or take this T in common. If you are taking this T, you can write delta height system minus T delta S system divided by T is equal to 0. If you are taking this T this side, you will get the answer. Delta height system minus T delta S system is equal to 0. Minus T delta S system is equal to 0. Take this value first and this one second. So you can write the formula T delta S system minus delta height is equal to 0. Delta height is equal to 0. Understand? See, in this equation, take the term minus outside. So if you are taking minus outside, you can write the formula delta height system minus T delta S system is equal to 0. T delta S system is equal to 0. Take this minus right side. So you can write the formula delta height system minus T delta S system is equal to 0. You know delta height minus T delta S means that is free energy. Delta G of system is equal to 0. Delta G of system is equal to 0. Understand? So what are the points we learned? First point we learned gives free energy G is equal to height minus Ts. Then second point, this is an extensive property and single valued state function. Single valued state function. Then third point we learned the system changes from its state. G2 minus G1 is equal to H2 minus H1 minus T in the S2 minus S1. So we can write delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Then one more point, fourth point we learned. After this derivation, delta G system is equal to 0. Understand? So totally 4 points we learnt. One more point, fifth point. The next class we can see that point. Now take page number 214. Note the question. This one. Characteristics of Gibbs free energy. Characteristics of Gibbs free energy. From this to Gibbs free energy is defined as, this is the first point. Then second point, extensive property and it is a single valued state function. Then page number 215. Third point, this one changes from this. So we got this formula. The next point, delta S total is equal to system plus surrounding and write this derivation. We got the answer. Delta G value 0. Delta G value 0 or greater than 0. Till this we learn. Next points in the next class we can see the topic. Understand? So note that next is homework. Learn the homework portion. Page number 212. Standard entropy change. Then standard entropy of formation. Then page number 213, this three process, entropy of fusion, entropy of vaporization, entropy of transition. Then learn the Gibbs free energy basic topic also. This physical example and chemical examples. These are the topics learned thoroughly. Understand? Okay. Thank you.